Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Ars, and I'm here with UPBA Week 12, Season 1, where I'm facing my boy Art, and he's got a threatening team. Let's just go over right now. Bam, he's got Karen Black, which is a Z move user, which is terrifying. He's got Mega Scissor, which is also very terrifying. He has Florges, which is, it's a threat, but I'm not I'm worried about it because it can wall my team, but I have Amoonguss and Jirachi and Entei, so I can deal with it. Yuxi's a little bit of a problem because it can set up rocks and things, but I can get around it with my hazard removal. He has Greninja, not too worried about it. He could bring it and it could be a bit of a threat, but I got Amoonguss, so I should be good. If he has like Specs Ice Beam, that could be a problem, but I can switch around that and play around that. He's got Serena. I'm not worried about Serena at all. It has a bad matchup against me, and I doubt he'll bring it. He has Darm, and Darm's a huge threat. If I don't bring Fish Molly, then Darm's a huge threat, and I don't think, if you just look at his team, like Fish Molly doesn't have all that good of a matchup, especially considering Thunder's Eye. He gets set up on by Scissor, and HP Fire isn't going to do enough. Don't worry, Calc, this is not going to do enough. From Almamola to Mega Scissor, HP Fire won't do enough. There's also a free switching for Kieran Black, and it can't really wall Kieran Black per se, because if it's Choice Band and Fusion Bolt, then that'll be doing way too much damage. And then he also has Thunder's Eye, which, is a big threat. Like, it's Thunder's Eye. Well, you can't mess around with that thing. He has Seismitoad, which it has rocks, so he might bring it, he might not, I don't know. But I think he has to bring it, because I have Entei. And you'll see, I'm ready for that. He also has Garbodor, not too worried about it. He could bring it, but I'm not too worried. And Primeape, I really doubt I'll bring Primeape. Like, it just doesn't have a good matchup, but he could. So I'm not completely, like shunning it out. So, I'm going to bring you boy Versace with Iron Head, Energy Ball, HP Fire, and Stealth Rock. With enough speed to outspeed everything that I can, which is his entire team besides Greninja and Thunder's Eye. So, Iron Head, and you're like, oh, if you're running Special, why didn't you just run Flash Cannon? Because Iron Head actually hits floor just harder, and I can flinch Karen Black. Basically, Iron Head instead of flinch. That's why I have it. And then Energy Ball to hit Seismitoad and Greninja, and HP Fire to hit Mega Scizor. So this is just good general coverage for his team, and it can do a lot of damage. And Stealth Rock, because I realized in team building, I did have a fourth move on Versace, and then after I built the team, I was like, I don't have any rocks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw rocks on this thing, which I did. And Versace can actually do a lot of work to his team, which is good. And I have Choice Scarf, Reckless, Haunch with High Jump Kick, U-Turn, Poison Jab, Knock Off, with enough speed to outspeed everything that I can, as long as it's not Scarf Greninja or Scarf Thunder's Eye. And I doubt I'd bring those, but I could see Scarf Gren, but I don't see Scarf Fundy Eye. I just don't. Then is your boy CTC with Natural Gift, Lychee Berry. Now, I haven't brought anything like this all season. CDC has been one of 3 sets. Choice Band or Assault Vest. Actually, not even 3 sets. I'm pretty sure that's all I've run on this thing the entire season. Oh, it was Choice Band, Assault Vest, and then Sugar Berry. I haven't brought anything like this, so he's not going to expect this. And I don't even know if he knows what Natural Gift was, because I didn't know what it was until Septile MC used it in the GBA. I didn't know. So, Natural Gift, because Natural Gift Lychee Berry will hit Seismitoad for it'll be a grass type move and it'll hit for 4 times super effective damage, and since that's his only real switch in Entei, you know what that means? Entei might get to do some work. Then 83% max Spadef, almost max HP, 8 defense with Black Sludge, Regenerator, Giga Drain, HP Fire, Sludge Bomb, Spore. He doesn't have a good switch in the Spore because his only thing is Serena, and I got Sludge Bomb for that boy. HP Fire for Mega Scissor because you can't mess around with Scissor. And Sludge Bomb just to hit General's team, and Giga Drain, also to hit the rest of the stuff. And Spore will just shut something down for the entire match, which will be great. Then I got Flinch Hit. This is a cool set. Alright, I put a lot of time and effort into the set. So, Wakan Berry Togekiss with Fire Blast, Air Slash, Heal Bell, Defog. With almost max HP, so that I don't take exactly 25% from rocks. I take 24.9%. I'm pretty sure that's like what it calcs out to. I take and 228 defense, 12 special attack EVs, and 20 special defense EVs with a calm nature. So, might seem weird and I don't have Roost, so it seems really weird. But you look at his team, this thing isn't going to be living for very long because he has threats like Darm, Kieran Black, Mega Scizor, and Thundurus. So what I'm thinking is, okay, so this thing is good for like I basically have a plan in mind, and I'll get to it right now. Carico with Ground EMZ, Protect, Mega Horn, Poison Jab, Earthquake with Adamant, with Speed, Outspeed everything at +1 and 24 HP. So the plan of the entire team is chip away at his team, so either Haunch, Versace, or Carico can sweep. And the people that are going to chip is either going to be Haunch can chip and sweep, or Versace. Carico really, it can chip his team, but it's not good at chipping his team. So the plan is chip down with Haunch and Versace, maybe CTC. Also 83% can chip down, which is great. But the plan with Flinch Head was, I originally had Dazzling Gleam, but I was like, you know what, Air Slash does enough damage to Kieran Black to put it in range of things that I want to after Rocks. So, and Air Slash hits his, overall hits his team better. So, the spread is to live defensive Mega Scizor Bullet Punch plus choice. Actually, I don't think it was true. It was live choice band. No, let me get this right. It was live. Oh, I remember what it was. It was live defensive Scizor Bullet Punch plus Ice Beam from Kieran Black, if I do remember correct, from like a no special attack Kieran Black, but at the same time living Wakan Berry living max attack Fusion Bolt from Kieran Black plus Bullet Punch from Mega Scizor. I'm pretty sure that's what I calculated for. I was doing a lot of calcs and just seeing what 2 hits Flinch Head could live from Mega Scizor and Kieran Black. So yeah, in Fire Blast, you just OHKO Mega Scizor, and the special attack EVs is just to get a little bit more chip damage off where I can. And Heal Bell, because he could bring Toxic Spam, and I don't want to get Toxic down, even though I have 1, 2, 3 immunities. You know, I don't want to get Toxic down. And Defog, because if he sets up Rocks, look at my team. 1 weakness, 2 weakness, 3 weaknesses. 83% doesn't appreciate them, and chip damage is always bad. So yeah, and then I already went over the set. So, the boy brings Kieran Black, Seismitoad, Thunderous Eye, Greninja, Darmanitan, and Florges. And when I see this team, I look at him like, okay, bro, no Mega Scizor. No Mega Scizor. Thank the Lord he did not bring Mega Scizor. Okay, when I saw this, I was like, oh, all I need to do is get chipped in. All I need to do is get Kieran down to 50%, Seismitoad to die or get really low, and Thundurus to die because I don't want him to like Thunder Wave me with his Thundurus. So, and then Sculpey can sweep. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna lead off with my Mienshao because he has this, but besides that, nothing switching to a high jump kick. Nothing switching in. If he leads out with Darm, you look at my team. Darm basically gets a kill every time it comes in. I have Entei, but that's only a check. That's not a counter. That's a check. So I'm gonna lead off with Mienshao. As he leads out with his Darmanitan, I'm like, perfect. I'm just gonna high jump kick. First turn, no problem, no use in predicting. I could OHKO him, but he ends up switching out to his Florges. I might be hitting the mic, I'm sorry. No, he ends up switching out to his Seismitoad. Look at that damage! He's Rocky Helmet, which is unfortunate. But right here, I'm thinking, okay, he could be Protect. Because he's Rocky Helmet, I could really see Protect just to really chip down at Haunch. So I'm going to go out to Flinch Head. Because if he sets up Rocks, I can defog, and if he goes for Protect, then we're good, because I can Air Slash him and kill him. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch out to Togekiss, and he's going to end up doubling out to his Florges, if I do remember correctly, which I'm pretty sure I do remember that correctly. As he does double out to his Florges. He doubles out to his Florges. I need to get my voice in check. And I don't want to take a hit from this thing since I don't have Roost, so I'm just going to go out to your boy 83%, and now who gets a free Spore? Who's switching into the Spore? I don't know. I doubt Seismitoad. I doubt Greninja. He does go Seismitoad. Wow. Okay. That's fine. I get the Spore off. Yummy. Now I'm like, cool. No way in hell he's staying in with his Seismitoad. Nobody in their goddamn, like, no madman stays in. So I'm just going to click Sludge Bomb. And I'm like, the genie's about to take this damage, boy. Get that nice damage. And I get the poison, which is great. Great. And now I'm like, cool, 83% is my switch into this thing. This thing can't be a Z move user, so I'm just going to stay in as he goes for the knockoff and does very little 83%. And I'm going to with Sludge Bomb plus Poison, I'm going to be able to kill him, which is excellent. Excellent. So Thunderous is down, which was a huge threat to my team because it could Thunder Wave around. So that is great. That is really good with me. But then the Darmanitan comes in, and I'm like, cool. I'm going to go out to my Entei because guess what's my only switch into this thing? It's CTC. That's all I have for this thing is CTC. As he does go for Flare Blitz, I can tell from that damage that he's Jolly and he's more than likely Scarf. So I can click Stone Edge because Flare Blitz from him isn't going to kill. And he's going to end up going out to his Seismitoad. I'm like, oh, no way he expects it. No one in their right mind expects this. Actually, some people might expect this. But no way. The natural gift grass. Got it off. Finally get to bring some heat for once. For once I bring some heat. Let's go. And now he goes out to his Gren. I'm like, cool. I'm just going to switch out to a Moongus. And he ends up doubling. I'm like, oh. I was thinking. I was like, when he went out to Gren, I was like, you know what? He could double out to a Haunch. He very well could. But I still have CTC to stack. I still have CTC to sack. So I'm still going to go out to my Moongus. And he does end up doubling out to his Darmanitan. And I'm like, okay, that's a bit bad. But I still have CTC. I can just switch it in. No problemo. Nothing's wrong. Just go CTC. And he just clicks Flare Blitz again because he has no reason to protect us. And he takes the chip damage. You see that chip? That's going to come into play. Don't worry. That'll come into play. Don't worry. And it reveals that he's Scarf. Also, one thing about my CTC set is I wanted to run Extreme Speed. But I had to run Jolly with this speed to outspeed all of his threats that I could. Because I needed to be able to get damage off on Kieran B. Because Kieran B is a threat and I need to chip it down for Carakill like I've been saying. So, I ran Jolly. I would have loved to run E-Speed, but you have to be adamant to run E-Speed. And I couldn't run Flare Blitz either because you'd have to be adamant, so I just threw on Toxic. And I really only need these free moves, so that's fine. But Extreme Speed would have been nice to have, and I might have played differently if I had it. But, like, I could have gotten Extreme Speed chipped off on this thing, but, you know, that's fine. I can just sack this thing. I can sack CTC, which is fine with me, and I can go out to your boy Haunch. Haunch versus Haunch. Look at that. That happened earlier, and I didn't mention it. But now I'm just going to high jump kick, because even though he has Florges, he's going to have to double out again, so I'm not too worried about it. So I'm just going to click high jump kick, and I'm going to do so much damage to his Florges. Show me that he's not defensive. He's max HP, but he's not defensive, so he's probably running max Spadef, which is like, okay, I'm really good with that because I have 83%. I can get off another sleep on him, but he ends up doubling again out to his Darmanitan, and I'm like, once again, I have to sack some of this. I have to sack some of this. I can't not sack some of this because I have to sack some of this. So I realize, okay, Togekiss, you're not doing much this game. He might be special. I have to sack something, and Flinchhead's looking like the most expendable member. And he'll get a lot of Flare Blitz chip damage off on him because I keep saying chip. Why do I keep saying chip? Because now he's in range of Poison Jab from my Mienshao. So what I can do is I can go out to him Poison Jab, and if he wants to switch out to his Florges, that's fine because he's probably thinking, you know, I'll go for a high jump kick. But he ends up, the madman goes to his Kyurem Black on my Poison Jab. I'm like, dude, if I just high jump kicked. If I had just high jump kicked on this thing switch, Sculpey won. Sculpey won, straight up. Just, it won. But I did not, and I clicked Poison Jab because it seemed like the better play for him was Florges. But he decided to be a madman and go Kyurem Black. And I'm like, okay. This is fine. Jirachi, look, I'll even bring up the calc for you, just to show you, because I was calculating this entire game, which was one of the main reasons I didn't do it live. So look, I'll just look 2v2, just run 2v2 life orb. All right, look. Let's say modest, just for the hell of it. All right, I live this guaranteed, even if he's life orb. I live this hit guaranteed. If he's Tectonic Rage, that's unfortunate, but can I really predict that? I don't think I can. And all I need, like I said, Sculpey wins. All I need is this thing at below 50% or right 50%, because I'll bring up the calc for you. Sculpey. Character Killer. See, Mega Horn does 46 to 54%, and how much does Z-Move do? Z-Move does 46 to 54.2%. So all I need to do is get this thing at about 50%, and I'm good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out to my Jirachi, because Jirachi guaranteed lives a hit, like I've been saying. But he goes for the Z-Move, and I'm like, oh my god, he brought the Z Tectonic Rage. This guy is a legend. And then it shows me that it's actually just the ice one. I'm like, cool. He crits me. He crits me. So that means I don't get the chip off on this thing that I need, because I was gonna switch in Versace, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for Stealth Rock. That was my play. I don't even care if he stayed in, because I go for Stealth Rock, then I go out to my Mienshao, and if he does end up staying in with this thing, I go out to Mienshao and I had Jump Kick, and I actually kill someone, because Rocks plus High Jump Kick actually can kill Florges. So I'm like, well, now I have to get chip off on Kieran Black some other way. So, you know, the other way is going out to Mienshao. The other way is going out to Mienshao and clicking High Jump Kick. I doubt he'll stay in, but I have to click High Jump Kick, because if he just stay in, Knock Off or Poison Jab doesn't do the chip damage I need, and he goes out to Rosalie, and I'm like, cool, this will do a lot of damage. I miss High Jump Kick. So, I get crit with Sub-Zero Slammer, and I miss High Jump Kick. Alright, and you're thinking, oh, you poisoned Thunderous. No, that does not equate to what just happened. Alright, that does not equate to what just happened. So, now I'm going hard Amoonguss. And if the Madman doubles to his Darmanitan, just securing his momentum, that's really bad for me. That's terrible for me. Alright? Alright? That's all I'm saying, is if he doubles out to Darmanitan, he might actually win this game, but I have to make this play. I just have to make this play. Luckily for me, he stays in and goes for Wish, and I'm like, cool, I get Spore off. If he goes out to Kieran Black, that's fine, that's Spore, and he's spored, and I can go out to my Mienshao, and that's great. If he stays in and protects, that's fine. I still get a Spore off on someone. If he lets me Spore Rosalia, that's cool. I can go out to my freaking Scolipede and start doing some damage. If he switches out to Darm, then that's great, because I might be able to kill him with Sludge Bomb next turn. So I'm going to go for Spore, and he ends up going out to his Greninja, and I'm like, perfect, I got a Spore off on this thing. That is excellent. If he's Scarfed, no longer a problem. If he's Sashed, then that's a bit of a problem, but he still has Burst Sleep turn. And he's not staying in, so I'm just going to go for Sludge Bomb, and it's all around a decent play, because even if he does stay in, Sludge Bomb will do a lot. As he doubles out to his Nerf, and I'm like, wait, that's all the chip did. I get the poison. He is in range, ladies and gentlemen. He is in range. Ladies and gentlemen. And he goes for the free shock, and I'm like, wait, Sludge Bomb plus poison might kill. It could. Very well could. That is killing my boy. That is killing Kieran Black. No problemo. Let's get it. So, Kieran Black's dead. Scolipede sweeps. I don't care. I can sack Mienshao now. I can sack Haunch to Haunch. That's pretty funny. So I can sack Haunch to Darm, no problemo, and Haunch dies, which is completely fine. And now I can go out to my Scolipede and just click Protect, because even if he switches, Florges isn't physically defensive, so I'm very, very good. Go click Protect, no problemo. He ends up staying in, which is beautiful. And Poison Jab guaranteed kills this thing. Just, there's no questions about it. Guaranteed kills. So I'm just gonna click Poison Jab, no problem. And he ends up switching out, and I'm like, oh, where are you gonna go out to? He goes out to his Greninja. I'm like, if this thing was Sash, it does not matter. It does not matter. He can't wake up. He can't kill me anyways. Water Shuriken's doing nothing. I'm gonna get this Poison Jab off and kill Andre with Character Killer. And it's looking like your boy Character Killer might be able to do something good. Character Killer, I was like, you know, Character Killer's good, but I don't know how good it'll be. This thing is a monster. And now it goes out to Rosalie. You might think this is questionable, but I'm like, okay, he has Wish Protect. If he's a Moonblast, Psychic, which is very unlikely, but it could be. Psychic crit kills me. Consider what kind of stuff I've been for this game. I'm not risking that. I'm not risking that right now. I'm just gonna go out to 83% the god. I don't care. I don't care what he does. He ends up going for the wish, which is cool because now I get the spore because I don't care. And he ends up going for protect. I'm like, cool. I do not mind whatsoever. Actually, I go for Sludge Bomb because I didn't want him to wish pass out to Darmanitan. But now I get to go for Spore, right? That's the play. I must make that play. Yeah, I do go for the Spore. And right here, I can click Sludge Bomb because it'll kill Darmanitan if he tries to switch it in. As he does try to switch it in. But guess who's ready for that? 83% is always ready. Kill him with a Sludge Bomb. Let's get 83% got 3 kills this game. 80% 1v1 his entire team. That the god. And he goes to the Rosalina. Now, since he hasn't burned a sleep turn, I can go back out to Scolipede and go for Poison Jab. Because even if he crits me, Sludge Bomb after Poison Jab damage should kill. And I can Spore him if I need to. And Amoonguss should be able to 1v1 since it's max PDF. And Poison Jab does so much damage and he doesn't wake up. And that's the whole game. That's the whole game. I'm going to go for Z Tectonic Rage just to show it off. And if he wakes up and goes for Protect, then I get to kill him this turn. And he can't prevent that. Let's get it. Calkiller getting 2 kills. Calkiller actually only got 2 kills. Z Lychee Bear. No, not Z Lychee Bear. If only. Dude. And if Entei was my Z-Mon, that'd be cool, but I'm so glad I made Caterpillar my Z-Mon. Lychee Berry Natural Gift caught Seismitoad off guard. Caterpillar swept his team once I got chip damage on Nerf or killed it, which I did. And Amoonguss 1v1 his entire team, and Haunch did so much work. If Versace hadn't gotten crit, this wouldn't have been as close. I think the differential would have been the same, but like how my mindset wouldn't have been so close. But with that, I'm going to video here. Great game to Art, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!